question for you. Are your walls feeling flat? Do your space feel like it's incomplete? It might be the fact that you don't have the right things on your wall. Hi friends, it's your girl Nadi. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to the channel. If your space is feeling a little flat, you don't need more furniture. It might be the wall is not fully styled and doesn't have the impact that you're looking for. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a few tips that I've done to make sure my walls ties in with the space. Let's get into the video. First, architectural details, trim work, custom built-in, chrome molding, baseboard. These things add texture and this helps to bring your entire decor and styling into the space. For example, in my living room, I have a custom built-in. That's the first thing you see when you enter my home, and I wanted something visual to just pop, and then also it gives me somewhere to just show off my little decor objects, and it's beautiful with or without the decor. Mirrors are the easiest way to bring life into a space. They reflect light and help a space feel much bigger. Mirrors are one of my favorite things to use in my home and also in my clients' spaces. They add impact whether you hang them on a wall or lean them against the wall. Next, wallpaper. Now, if y'all know me, y'all know I love to use wallpaper. Hello somebody, I'm obsessed. But I'm going to show you a few reasons why I love using wallpapers. Wallpaper allows you to add personality, to be playful, or even to be serious. Wallpaper allows you to have texture, character. It's fun, for me anyway. But for some reason you consider my print too bold, there is a plethora of selection of wallpaper in regards to texture and everything. So definitely, please venture off into this space. It turns a blank wall into a design moment. And the walls are fun, but put it in the ceiling, honey. Put it in your ceiling. I did that in my dining room. Use wallpaper in your powder room. In small spaces, take risk by doing something bold with wallpaper and tell me how much fun it is. Next, paint. Oh, I said and I don't know if you can tell yet because I haven't showed you, but I just repainted my family room into this beautiful gray mauve color because I was over the white. Paint is one of the easiest way to change the feeling and the vibe of a space. That can be fun. I love color. Color allows you to add depth into a space, and it also brings in a little bit of your personality. I personally use paint when I want to change the mood of the room, right? I think that's one of the most cost-effective things to do. Clearly, we're not going to go out there and buy large furniture pieces to change the vibe of a space. It comes down to the paint color, it comes down to the finishes that we decide to use in the paint. Are we going to go flat or matte? Are we going to go flat or matte, or want something a little bit of sheen, or just something with a little bit lit, with a little in between of the matte and the sheen? So that changes how the room flows and how it feels. In our living room right now, I went with this color. I don't know the name of the color, right? It's pretty much a reflection of RH when you walk into their gallery. It's that kind of grayish mauve color, and Alex just painted this yesterday, and I'm still in shock of how I feel about it, but it changes. It feels a little bit calmer in here. It's not as stark and bold and just in your face. It feels like, girl, to come into this space, you're gonna come in here to chill. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like. Everybody else love it, but I'm still adjusting to the vibe of it. But paint changes the vibe, changes the mood, so do that. Next, artwork. Artwork is so important to making a space feel complete. The size matter, the shape matter. Side note, I know right now the trend is to use mini artwork in different spaces, but you have to be able to make sure those mini artworks still play nicely within the space that you're doing, right? Clearly, you're not going to take a small 8x10 and put it on this big wall and say, let's move on, right? You're going to go big with 2 or 3 pieces of art. Or in this case, I did 2 pieces of art and I did a mirror inside to break up all the linear lines that you're seeing. So definitely go big, statement. When you decide to put art on the wall, it should support the wall and neck and not get lost in the placement and in the room. Next, lighting. When it comes to a wall, having beautiful sconces, having beautiful art light displayed above your artwork or even above your mirrors are so beautiful. Right now, the selections are endless. You can get different colors, you can get different style. You can invest in more expensive pieces. You can also find some very cost effectively. I just bought some from Home Goods, battery operated, that are amazing. So therefore, if you don't have the ability to have something hardwired, you can definitely do battery operated. Having sconces and having art light is just another layer of lighting that I think is beautiful. And even though it says art light, you don't necessarily have a display over art. You can even display a nice tapestry on the wall and have the light over. You can have sconces on the walls, and that's just beautiful as well. My final point, and I feel like I'm always, whenever I'm sharing tips, this is always something that I talk about: negative spaces. Not everyone needs something on it, right? I would definitely tell you, of course, your larger walls might need something, but your more supporting walls, sometimes it's okay to leave it blank. Just let it breathe. When you look at some of your favorite designers, you can tell there's always some blank moments in a room that you wonder, why did she leave it blank, or why did he leave it blank? Because it just, sometimes your eye needs somewhere to rest than always seeing something, yet just bouncing from different things. Let it breathe. Calm down. Okay, beautiful people, thank you so much for watching. I hope you find these tips helpful. I hope you take these tips and help to not forget about your walls and make sure your walls are having a moment in your design as well. Have fun with it. Let me know which one of these are your favorite. Also, what's your least favorite? But just be nice about it. I'm very sensitive about my stuff. Just kidding. I can't really talk to you guys in the comment section. Remember to come over and join the United Style membership. I can't wait to build that membership up, so we can really get into some of these behind the scene process, see how I really think about things, create these ideas, come up with these plans, answer your questions on a more one-on-one level, and just have a good time and build community. Take care of yourself. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.